Good afternoon, everyone. So, change locations. This is one of our other barns. We refer to it as pole barn, but I think technically it's called a bank barn. But whatever, doesn't matter. This is where my wife's pretty much going to go and do woodworking, her crafts. This is her garage, basically, is what this ends up being. Um, Kind of running out of stuff to do that doesn't require copious amounts of money. And with all the trees we've got, we've yet to find a money tree. So I'm going to start working on this building because it needs a lot of work, and I have some materials on hand to start working on this. So I'm pretty sure I've done a video with this barn in it, but I don't know to what extent. So we're just going to start from scratch and pretend like I've never done any of that. And I have my kid here with me, and it's very close to the roadway, and I'm pretty sure there's birds living in the attic space. Okay, so there's the doors that come in. It is terrible. It is terrible. We've already checked with the power company, and this seems to have about 100 amp service. I have a power panel to put in to replace this one, because yeah, that's what we got. Looks a lot like the one from my garage, only smaller. Somebody has added, they put a disconnect in, and then it's got some, yeah, I know, I'm waving my finger over here and it's not in camera so nobody can see it. But it's got some new line, some old line. I have a bunch of lights, a little bit of shelving. There's an addition over here that, sorry, this light, gee, crickets. This light broke, so I don't know. You can see there's up into the attic space there. The stuff has gotten in. It's terrible, but you know what? We can still use it. Right now we're just using it for wood storage. A lot of our spare wood and stuff is just in here. I got to take these 4x4s back to the house, and I need a couple pieces of this junk. It's not junk, but the unused utility flooring for use in my garage. There's a bunch of black walnut right here. These piles, that's all black walnut. Texture flooring from our kitchen. Most of the stuff on here came with the house. Those are all oak. They're just left behind. So somebody at some point had done some woodworking. This place is top quality. Sounds like my kid is messing with something he shouldn't be messing with in here. He's messing with the new power panel. Please don't play with that. And we've been using this mainly as storage. So we've got stuff being stored, more stuff being stored. It is a nice wood stove, and it has been used, I can tell. Yeah, it's just extra. That's an ugly table, but it's got a nice singer in it. If anybody's looking for, like, I think it's a featherweight. I don't know. My wife does that stuff. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Another sewing machine table, more storage, old counters. This barn did come with this really nice table on it. This thing is actually really, really nice, but yeah, we're just using it for storage. Chalkboard, attic access, light switch to control the lights in the attic, and just standard issue stuff that you would expect to find in a storage compartment. So the goal is, over the next couple of days, weeks, whatever we're doing, I want to move things around, take some stuff off, like this wire that's just, I don't know what they had hanging there, but that's just wire hanging. Probably going to move one of these shelf sets into the room with the wood, because that's going to get, I've got spare electrical stuff in there. That's going to get that. We need a trash can down here. We need to move that guy, because for the time being, a bunch of stuff that's just boxes and we don't know what to do with. We're going to just start stacking. Ooh, that went out of focus badly. We're going to start stacking in this corner, and it's just the way it's going to be. Right now, we're trying to get stuff maneuvered to a point where it's good, it's usable, and we can kind of do functional, woodworking in here if we need to, and it doesn't just look like junk piled on top of more junk. As you can see right now, it's mostly just junk piled on top of more junk. So I did not bring my action camera, so I'm not going to get a whole lot of bulk footage. But I think what we're going to do right now is I got a truckload of stuff in the truck. I have a truckload of stuff in the truck to come down here to get out of my garage, and I'm just going to work on moving and rearranging and trying to set some stuff up in a functional way before we can come in and really rip the walls down, rewire, and do what we need to do to make it 100% functional and usable. So hopefully in an hour or two, I'll be able to get the camera back and we'll do some more filming. All right, so it's been a few hours. I'm back to doing what we're doing. Made a little progress. Probably won't look like progress to anybody. It'll just look like I shuffled junk around. I got to get some stuff to the trash pile and just different things like that. But let's flip the camera over and see what we got. Ooh, fancy number one. Hung up an oscillating fan, 18-inch oscillating fan. Oh, it's nice. Brought in the miter saw. We got a cabinet on the wall. I got a pile of cabinets over here that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. Got another small shelf on the wall. Moved this stuff just into the back corner. It's all miscellaneous stuff. The totes are full of like house paint, drywall supplies, things like that. And these are just few miscellaneous things. We don't want to get rid of them. We just don't really have a place for them, so they're here. Vacuum hoses, a couple of clamps, extra filters for the vacuum, paddle mixer. Haven't really messed with any of this yet. Fixed down these two boards here. That tote is empty. Moved where he had the wood pile set because this thing was right about where that black shelf is. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'm not spinning this too fast to give anybody motion sickness. Table saw is set up, and you know what? It's really a shame. This table they built, super nice table, and it is just too tall. So I think I'm going to figure out how to extend the feet on this some way. Maybe, since it's probably going to be fixed in place over here, maybe just put some 2x4s down or something, just enough to bring it up. Still got to find a home for the router table. Still got to find a home for the planer. I think the planer is going to go on wheels. The router table, I don't know necessarily that it's going to go on wheels. Stacked up a few things over here. Got some Formica countertops. I definitely want to put one counter run below this power line across here. I just got to get some brackets for it. I don't have any handy. LED 4-foot tube lights, an actual surge protector, not a power strip. Craig jig for doing crown molding, plyboard holders. I took a spiky thing off of the wall that they had made. I don't know if you can see it over there. Let's zoom in. Yeah, you see all those nails and stuff in that? Yeah, that was stuck to the wall. So I don't know what really was going on with that. Lots of stuff like that in here. I mean, you can see all the hooks have additional nails pulled in between them. I pulled a bunch of nails out of the wall. Metal sawhorse legs hanging up. Those were a cool find. I got those out of my second house. Somebody left them. I started using this set of shelving for just surplus and extra. Push these two items over here because that's where she said she wanted them. Yeah. Boys helping to point.
Yeah, the boys helping to point.
We got, again, sorry, the pull cord on this one broke, so the whole thing's got to come out. I just haven't done it. Not really sure what the deal with that is, but it's just in that corner now. Moved the hand trucks in here. Moved conduit up here on the hooks. My son decided to drop this one a little bit. Dog collars just in case, conduit, wiring, all the doors. The new fuse panel is in here. Don't remember where we found that. This stuff's been here. Put some tile trim piece things up there out of the way. We moved this shelf in here and put all this stuff on it. We put these things, what are they? There's metal things you put in the wall, and then they got like the click-in shelving. And then there's some more of those. There's some of those. Moved a couple of little end tables in here and stacked all the utility flooring on it. I got the old wonky 4x4s out because I need those for something else. Cabinet doors got moved in here. Yeah, so basically this is all just wood storage and then everything else. It's obviously going to take a couple more days. This is not anywhere near done. And that's not even counting wiring and stuff like that. Wife said, since this is her, I guess, baby, you know, this is her thing. She said, don't worry about rewiring anything yet. Just get it cleaned up and in place and make it so it's somewhat usable. So I think probably not tomorrow. The next time I come in here, I'm going to work on getting this stuff out. That cabinet, not the one with the water bottle, that cabinet back there is actually a wall cabinet, but it's just too wide to fit between this piece and this piece. So I'd really like it to be right in there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm going to try to cut. Looks like the last nail for this is right here. So maybe if I come in with a zippy tool and take it out right there, I have to see if that gives me enough room or not. But I'm thinking put that there, start the counter run, or the countertop run from here, and probably just go all the way down to that last outlet. That should be plenty of general countertop space. I measured it out. This won't be too bad. It'll put the counter right about, I don't know, right about here. Measured it out. It's going to be like 32 inches, 32 inches. And I'm 6'4", so it'd be obnoxious for me. But my wife's only like 5'6", 5'8". That should be plenty fine for her. Still got a bunch of tools to pick up, put away. I think I'm going to have to make a run to Harbor Freight and buy a bunch of organizers. I'm going to have to see what they got for screwdrivers. Because I know she's got a set of Torx drivers and a set of screwdrivers and a couple of other things. And I think for screwdrivers, I want those ones that just sit and then you drop the screwdriver into them. I don't know. We'll go to Harbor Freight and see what we can dig up for cheap. But right now, yep. Day one, part one of getting this pile in some type of semi-usable order is complete. All right, everybody get out and have fun.